Hey there, Capricorn. It's Jen here. Thanks for joining me. This is a reading for whenever you find it, Capricorn. If I do mention certain dates or astrological events, although I haven't really been paying attention to astrology lately, but I know some shit's going down because the very end of Mercury retrograde, like that last day was crazy, and I heard someone else say that. I was like, yeah, right? It was. And now, I don't know. I feel like people are getting to their breaking point, and I think this is not necessarily a bad thing. Like you ever notice, sometimes you sort of blow up or someone sort of, how do I explain it? Strength doesn't necessarily mean I can push myself. Holy shit. That just jumped out of the other deck because I'm going to pull more from other decks. 2 strength cards. So I guess that's a validation. Wow. So it doesn't mean how I can just load me up to the limit every time, every day, and I'll just keep lugging that load. It's making yourself vulnerable. It's speaking up. It's setting boundaries. Clenching your teeth, grinning and bearing it. That is not sustainable. And being able to communicate to yourself, like the lion is our inner beast, really makes sense, but where if I feel cornered or defensive, I'm gonna bite back. I put on a tough exterior, but like in this card, the thorn in the lion's paw can bring it down. Like we're still all human, and it's okay to be like, yeah, I can't do that. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm doing Capricorn, right? Did I say Libra? I'm doing Capricorn, which totally fits. I don't know why I'm doing the spread this way. I haven't done it this way with other signs, but okay. Judgment. Yep, making a big decision, a wake-up call, setting a big boundary, a big change. There's some fear around it that it may not work out. I love this story. I love the little story it just told. You're being, you're being vulnerable and being open and honest enough to say, I need to make these certain decisions for myself. There is a little bit of worry that maybe financially it will be hard, or that you won't be, I'm not sure you won't be welcomed, but that you may lose some people. You may, there's something that needs to be let go of. It makes you feel a little ungrounded, which for an earth sign, that impacts you more than the average sign, because that means you feel really out of balance with your element. Of course, everyone's birth chart's different, but then we have the Fool cards. Like, I can't carry so much load, right? Again, we are talking about this person being loaded up to the absolute top all the time and expected to perform as if it's the first 5 minutes of carrying that load, when it's the 8th hour of carrying that load every day after day after day. And the Fool's like, fuck that, I'm getting rid of a lot of that load. Like, I don't want to carry it anymore, and I'm doing what I need to do. Even so, maybe you're thinking, even if I have to take a pay cut, but I feel like that's a fear, not a truth of the situation. Um, but the Fool's to Go For It card, you got to you you have to take a leap of faith. You have to bet on yourself, or else if you don't put yourself out there, excuse me, and try new things and live this adventure, this adventure we call life. Empress. So to me, all the queens make up the Empress, but she's most connected with the Earth Queen, the Queen of Pentacles. And so this is you in your element. It's interesting in this, she almost has, is she holding like spirit energy? I don't think it's fire. But she's Mother Earth, you know what I mean? She's the creator of life. So that's under the Judgment card. I'm going to be honest. Change in perspective. Yeah. This is just a negative way of looking at it, focusing on the negative with that lack, that poverty mentality, that worry. So if you've struggled with money in your life, that trauma is real. So be gentle with yourself, but with some working on changing your thinking and not stopping yourself when your brain goes down that negative spiral can really make a big difference. It's a muscle we need to develop. Ace of Wands, really getting your energy and mojo back. Isn't that amazing? Like the Fool, it's just a breath of fresh air. It's a relief. You actually have energy and inspiration. You're motivated again. So something is taking its toll and you're realizing it. Nine of Cups. It's like, yeah, you should have your dreams, what you wish for. Like, you know what you want to do. You can do it. You can make it happen. So some sort of significant decision, I would say, is being made here. I do think you're concerned about how some people will react. Okay. Having trouble getting some cards coming out for the last deck I'm going to use. I'm getting a little impatient as a Sagittarius. There we go. Fuck me. It was like I was waiting for the Judgment card to come out again. Yes. And this is a decision that once it's made, you don't go back. There's no turning back. It profoundly... Fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? The Wish card. A double Wish card on this new thing that has you fired up, this Ace of Wands, this Fool energy. Wow. Okay. Ten of Wands, the burden. Here's the burden you're releasing. You may be moving. I mean, I usually read this card as taking on too much responsibility and having to lighten your load. But it also, in this card, looks like a move. Packing shit up and making a move. So you may drastically change with the Five of Pentacles where your living situation. And it doesn't have to be negative. But anytime you have to pack or move, it's a lot of work, it's stressful, things like that. So I think whatever the judgment is, the big decision, the wake-up call, the aha moment, where you really let your vulnerability and your true wishes and desires, allow them to be valid. This has been coming out. I think this came out for Taurus. you're able to move forward freer and happier and feeling like the best you've ever felt in your life, honestly. And it all comes from that initial out um, that initial place of vulnerability and expressing what you truly need and want, and allowing yourself to understand that that's 100% valid. Thank you, Capricorn. Yeah.